Hello everyone, our presentation is titled Exploring Kevin Kelly's Technological Insights in Flowing, Screening and Accessing. So these are my group members and this presentation is for Band 6300 Emerging Issues in Technology Analytics taught by Professor Clark. Today we will discuss three important technological forces from Kevin Kelly's book The Inevitable, Flowing, Screening and Accessing. So moving on, these are the table of content. This slide shows the main areas we'll cover in our presentation. Firstly, we'll begin with Kevin Kelly's insights and then explain the technological and societal context of flowing, screening and accessing. After that, we will discuss specific scenarios, affected individuals and industries, disruptions and opportunities, the impact of technology on identity and progress, our synthesized findings, broader implications, references, and finally, questions and answers. Kevin Kelly explains that technology is shaped by powerful forces that continue to influence society and business. In The Inevitable, he identifies 12 key technological forces that are reshaping the world. For this presentation, we are focusing on three of them. Like I said before, that is flowing, screening, and accessing. These forces explain how people consume music, video content, education, and computing services in a more digital and connected way. Flowing describes the shift from physical media such as CDs and DVDs to digital streaming. And screening focuses on how people use platforms like Netflix, YouTube, and online learning sites to access personalized contents on demand. And accessing explains the move from owning hardware and software to renting or using cloud-based services. So together, these forces are changing how individuals behave, how business operate, and how industries compete. Moving on.
Hello everyone, my name is Vinay Kumar Kodanki. Today I will be presenting the section of covering flowing, screening and as well as accessing and their impact on like individuals and as well as industries based on Kevin Kelly's book like Inevitable. So in this slide we're discussing about flowing music stream services. I mean the first concept is flowing. I mean flowing describes the moment of owning the physical products to the like continued accessing like digital content through streams. A common example is music industry. In the past, people purchased CDs and digital albums and owned their music collection. Today, services like Spotify and Apple Music allows users to stream millions of songs like instantly through a like monthly subscription. And also, this change is like benefited consumers by providing greater convenience, variety, and access to the global music. At the same time, recommendation algorithms helps user discover artists and as well as songs based on their listening preferences. And apart from that, however, these are challenges as well. Like many artists earn significantly less revenue per stream compared to I mean, for the traditional album sales. While streaming expands like audience reach, it has changed. Completely the economic model of music industry. So in this slide we are discussing about screening online platforms, and the second concept is screening. I mean like screening refers to the way digital platforms organize, filter and recommend content rather than manually searching through the like vast amount of information. Like users increasingly rely on algorithms to decide what they watch, read and as well as lean. Platforms such as Netflix and YouTube are excellent examples. These services analyze the like user behavior and as well as they recommend content tailored to so their individual preferences. This has transformed to like entertainment from the scheduled television program into like personal like on-demand viewer experience. Screening also like impacted like education platforms like Coursera and as well as edX provide access to the courses from leading university to the worldwide, so student can learn at their own pace and access educational resources regardless of uh, I mean location preferences as well. So in this slide we are discussing about accessing and cloud computing. I mean that the concept is accessing. Like accessing refers to the like shift from owning technology resources to the renting them when you, like whenever needed. Like instead of purchasing like expensive servers and as well as infrastructure, like organization can now like access the computer resources to the cloud providers such as like AWS and as well as Google Cloud. This model offers several advantages and businesses can scale resources quickly and reduce upfront cost and focusing on like innovation rather than maintaining physical hardware. Like small business and startups especially benefit because they can use like enterprise level technology without significant capital investment. However, this approach also like introduces challenges like including concern about cybersecurity, data privacy, and as well as dependencies on like third party server providers. So in this slide we are discussing about like effective individuals and industries. These technologies are forced to create significant changes across many industries. In the music industry, independent artists gain greater visibility and access to the global audience, and also monetization remains challenging. Like in environment, streaming platforms have disrupted traditional television and DVD-based business models while creating new opportunities for content creators. In education, digital learning platforms have expanded access to the knowledge and made learning more flexible and accessible. So in business, technology and cloud computing has enabled organizations for all sizes to like innovate faster and as well as complete more effectively while increasing the importance of cybersecurity and as well as data protection. So in order to conclude flowing, screening and accessing for the demonstrating how technology is transforming the way people consume content and learn, communicate and use technology resources. I mean these forces are created tremendous opportunities for innovation, efficiency and as well as like accessibility, but also they also raise important questions regarding privacy, fairness and as well as digital dependent dependency. So understanding this technological shift helps both like individuals and organization prepare for a future and that is increasingly connected, uh, personalized and as well as driven by the digital platforms. So yeah, so thank you for your attention. So I would be, yeah, thank you.
Now I will discuss some of the challenges and opportunities created by these technologies. These technologies create both challenges and opportunities. Music streaming has reduced traditional music sales, but it helps artists reach people around the world. Streaming services have changed traditional televisions, but they also give content creators more ways to share their work. Cloud services allows businesses to grow faster without buying expensive servers. However, companies also need to think about data privacy, security, and services reliability. Moving on to technology's impact on identity and progress. Technology affects how people express themselves and connect with others. People use music apps, social media, and video platforms every day. These platforms also influence what people watch, listen to, and learn through algorithms. This creates a more personalized experience, but it also raises privacy concerns. Overall, technology is making the world more connected and convenient. To summarize our findings, following, screening, and accessing are changing how businesses and consumers interact. Business need to understand these changes to stay competitive. consumers enjoy more convenience, better recommendation, and easier access to service. At the same time, they should be aware of privacy concerns and becoming too dependent on digital platforms. This trend shows that people now prefer too dependent uh, pe- people now prefer access over ownership. Now let's look at the broader implication. Today, access is becoming more important than ownership. Instead of buying things, people often pay to access music, movies, software, and online services. This makes life easier and more flexible. However, it also gives technology companies more control over data and digital experiences. At, as technology continues to grow, issues like privacy, fairness, and transparency will become even more important. Here are the references we used for these presentations. Our main source is Kevin Kelly's book, The Inevitable. We also used information from Spotify, Netflix, Amazon Web Services, and Coursera. These sources helps us connect Kelly's ideas to real-world examples and show how these concepts affect people and business today. Thank you for listening to our presentation. We hope this presentation helped you understand how flowing, screening, and accessing are changing technology, business, and everyday life.